Give him the forecast.
Omega level threat detected.
Ancient sands, heed my command and reclaim these relics of hatred.
Chong. So, shout out to Cassie, honey. Shout out to Cassie. And shout out to a lot of y'all girls out there that said that Sean P. Diddy Combs would not face any kind of criminal charges, that his power, his influence was going to see him through. Hello God, the Underground Railroad, that he'll be undetected, girl. That this won't go any further. But girl, yeah, he's been arrested, girl. He's being held up on federal charges. Hello God. Sex trafficking, racketeering, and so many others, girl. We'll probably go live and have a more in-depth discussion about the charges and what all of that means. But I just wanted to come here briefly because I got some other things on the docket, and I can't let this week go by without at least bringing this up the way it needs to be brought up, honey, okay? Yeah, girl, I told y'all, Cassie is the catalyst. They did not let none of that die out, girl. I'm telling you, y'all thought. But see, let me tell y'all something about federal investigations. Not your local fucking, sheriff's department, city police, girl. And no, we're talking about federal. They don't come at you, hello God, with the full force of their agency unless they have all that's needed, required, and desired, hello God, to nail your ass to the cross, bitch. Okay? And that's exactly what they did. See, sometimes may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. See, evil can only slither around, girl, for so long until it's caught. Until they get their self caught up. Hello, God. And that's what happened here. I'm just grateful. I just wish the same energy was put into other evildoers. This goes to show that you guys are aware, that you guys have the resources, that you guys have the brain power, the thought process, hello God, to make this happen with Sean Puffy Combs, right? And of course, I'm happy this monster will face justice, hello God. I hear that in the indictments, girl, that they go into real depth of his filthy nature. One thing I wanted to point out that stuck with me, when I heard that his controlling nature reached to the extent of having access to people's medical records, my mind immediately went to, oh, he's trying to make sure the girls ain't got scabies. At least he's making sure the girls is healthy before, he pours these 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubrication, and gets the what do they call it? The freak offs, girl. Before the freak offs get started, we have to make sure that the clients that are coming, the high profile clients, they don't leave this party with anything other than, a drained cock. Hello God, because they have wives and children they have to go back home to, regular lives that they have to lead after they leave, hello God, this Batman cave of sex, desire, lust, bitch. Okay, period. And my other thought was, he wants to make sure that ain't no bitches getting pregnant. Hello. I just find to have access, to demand access to people's medical records, girl. This is how you know it's not just P. Diddy. This isn't Mr. Love by himself. The 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubrication were not for Diddy. That goes to show you that, yes, he was having these freak-offs, but he was providing all of the necessary accoutrement because there were other players involved here. I think P. Diddy, yes, he indulged, but I think he was more so the host, the curator. Hello, God. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. This so-called sex operation, yes, he's the face of it. Yes, he's running it. Yes, he's the host. The hostess with the mostest, girl, literally. But there are other heavy-hitting players that we're forgetting about. I don't really think we're forgetting. I think that we got him just like they did Jeffrey Epstein, and right before they clipped Jeffrey Epstein's life force, girl, from This Existence, girl, he was about to break. He gave up that black book that we still have not really been able to get fully into for reasons other than there are many, many people who don't want that. The personal information that dwelleth within that book to come to light. The same thing for Diddy. Because again, we're talking about a criminal organization, we're talking about him being the agency that serves the underground niche market of these filthy, filthy men and women, let's tell the truth. Do you really think, why do you think the judge denied him bond? Hello? And the tea is that he was willing to put up $50 million. He was willing to do a lot of things, girl, turning in passports, having his family turn their passports in, committing to being on house arrest, selling off his planes and his other homes to prove that he's not a flight risk or, any risk at all. She really wanted to get free because she knows what staying in there would look like. The judge is not stupid. We're going to let you stew. Someone like P. Diddy can't sit still for long. Look at his pattern and history, girl. Look at his history. He's always everywhere. Sometimes multiple places within a day, even if it was cross-continental. Hello, God. Internationally known, and he's known to run the microphone. Well, now he's known for running these freak-offs, girl. And you know what they're not saying, which they don't really have to say, because if you know how the judicial system works, you will know that in order to execute a warrant of this nature, right, you have to have mounds of proof and witness testimony. To protect the witnesses, I guarantee you their names have been, marked out. Those documents have been remained sealed until trial begins. Hello, God. Girl. Well, look at his history. You blowing up cars, witness intimidation. You doing all the things we see in How to Get Away with Murder, bitch. And it's just so sad to see his kids, have to, more so the daughters, but we don't know what kind of influence Diddy's lifestyle. Did he involve his kids? Did he have his kids around his filth? Did he try to keep it? Did he try to shelter them from his lifestyle? For kids that are supposedly with him and living with him at all times, I just find it hard to believe that they did not bear witness to any of the foolishness. And what kills me is that, a lot of the reports are saying that he was holding these freak-offs, yes, at other places such as hotels, but like his own private residences where these kids supposedly live. So I think if they find out that kids were present in the home while these things were going on, they could also get him with child endangerment. I also wonder how they felt when that video was released of their father beating the living shit out of Cassie in the hotel room. Because prior to that, you know, one of his sons, King Combs, was facing his own legal situation with, you know, allegedly some girl on a yacht said that he, you know, mistreated her and, you know, honey. Again, that goes to, has Diddy's filth, you know, influenced his kids as well? And the way that these men are showing up to, you know, these situations and steady defending their father, the evidence is piling up. So are y'all implicit, or y'all just really don't know? And I understand that's y'all daddy. So in your eyes, he's everything. He's the hero. You know, he's the man. That's your father. But what do you say to, what do the kids think about? And these people are grown now, except for the daughters. All of these motherfuckers are grown except for the daughters. The twin daughters of Kim Porter. How do they feel? And I wonder how they would feel about their father if there was proof that he did indeed unalive their mother, Kim Porter. There's been so many allegations and so much innuendo and mystery surrounding Kim Porter's death, and people saying that they know firsthand that Diddy allegedly, you know, unalived her. And even if that isn't true, just to hear those rumors throughout your growing up, how do y'all really view y'all daddy? King Combs, that was your mother too. I just wonder. Because wouldn't a question mark be in your mind every moment of your waking day, girl? Even in your sleeping day, it would haunt you. It'll be in your nightmares, girl, thinking that your daddy is actually a killer. What do we do when this trial that will be made very public, once it begins, because it's going to be a minute before the trial begins. It's going to be a minute. Because the feds are going to have to really make sure, like I said before, I think they already got all they need, require, and desire. But I think through interviewing witnesses, through sifting through all the evidence and the reports and the allegations, it's going to be real hard, girl. You know, this man is looking at life, probably longer. And mind you, jurisdictionally speaking, we're not talking about just one or two states. We're not talking about just federal charge. We're talking about state charges, statutory charges. We're talking about things that even if he went away for one of these things, it can be the end of the rest of his freedom. The rest of his life is gone. We're talking about a very long, lengthy trial here, because unless they're going to consolidate everything into like one, he has crimes against him in California. We're talking about Florida. We're talking about New York. If he did indeed get involved in sex trafficking, we're talking about international laws that were broken as well. And again, you can't do this all by yourself. So going there would force Diddy to have to kind of tell the whole truth, so help him God. And that might be the thing that, you know, may get his ass sent to the afterlife. I'm just saying. But yeah, girl, they got him. Again, we'll speak more about this more in depth, because I want to go through the charges. Shout out to Cassie. I'm going to say it again. If it was not for her and her bravery and the people that took the reins after that, because I swear to you, there is a Batman that is involved in this situation that they smelled the corruption, they smelled the foolishness, they smelled the evil sludge that was dripping from that case with Cassie, and they took it upon themselves to go further and to go boldly where no one else was going to go. And the evidence that these people not only got by way of executing search warrants for his home several months back, We're talking about witness testimony. Dawn Richard has come forward recently. We all know her from Danity Kane. But weren't some of y'all the girls calling, what's that girl who played with her face too much and now we don't know what she looks like when she's in public? The girl, the white girl from Danity Kane too. She been telling us. So now Dawn Richard comes out literally several days ago, and now we have Mr. Combs being arrested and charged with these crimes that people been saying he's committed. I guarantee you, Dawn Richard got wind that there was going to be, I guarantee you she's one of the witnesses. Because you can't just execute a warrant overnight like this. Unless you have insurmountable evidence, irrefutable evidence, girl. This has been a lengthy investigation. Dawn Richard's, her complaint probably was, I don't know when her complaint was filed, but I guarantee you it wasn't recently. These things take time. There's a lot of research and evidence collecting, corroboration that has to take place before we get to this point. So Dawn Richard felt safe to bring that out publicly. Her team or whoever bring it out publicly because they knew this indictment was about to happen against Diddy. Be prepared, girl. This is gonna be a long battle. Diddy's gonna end up exhausting a lot of his coins for a heavy hitting ass legal defense. It's gonna be hard. We're talking about a lot of witnesses here. We're talking about a lot of accounts, firsthand accounts by people. Again, to get to this point, to arrest him and to indict him, we're talking about there has to be solid proof of his filthy, filthy, filthy crimes and misdeeds. Just letting you know. Moving on, girl. Shannon Sharpe. I would like to know when we're going to stop letting people play in our face. Can we just cancel him already and call it a day? Because to get on Beyonce's good internet and to at first lie and say, oh, you know, we all know what he did, right? With the whole, like, mistakenly going live and, you know, him tapping the ass of his Michelle or whoever Michelle, I don't know what Michelle that is, girl, but we know it ain't the Michelle from Destiny's Children, bitch, because she would never. She's giving her coochie to Christ. Okay? She ain't giving her coochie to this nasty looking motherfucker. I just want to know how you doing all that and you ain't got a good hip. Was she riding you? Like, I know you wasn't sticking and moving, honey. Okay, you ain't got no good hips. Like, you fuck like a mermaid. Girl. What I don't like is people that get on Beyonce's good internet and try to lie to people and try to push a narrative. And because it's almost like you calling us stupid. You said in the original statement, you threw the phone on the bed. Do you know how many steps? And you know, you talking to content creators, girl. You talking to people who go live all the time, who record videos all the time, who edit videos all the time. Who you talking to, Shannon Sharpe? You knew what you were doing. You know how many steps it takes? There's like 2 or 3 steps to go live. You can't just throw, even if you had the app opened, there's no accidental way that you can go live. You have to deliberately press those buttons. Period. End of story. And I found it funny that literally the day or two before that happened, you chewed out Ocho Cinco, Chad, for being late to the podcast. And he was late. He had a legitimate reason for being late. You chewed him out. That moment went viral too. Then a day or two later, you so-called mistakenly went live while you were You know, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know Shannon Sharpe. I don't. When I look at him, I don't think of someone who knows how to please a woman, especially someone who ain't got no hips. Okay. He walks like a velociraptor from Jurassic Park, girl. I don't trust anybody who got bionic hips. I don't think that you can do much of anything with those things. Women fake it all the time. And now that we know that this was more than likely a planned situation, we know that homegirl planned to make those noises. I don't see Shannon Sharpe providing any type of pleasure to anyone at all. And then what else killed me, and how I knew it was foolishness and lies and fallacies and a trick, right? Is now you want to sell these sex pills, and you're making T-shirts, you're making merchandise to capitalize off of from. And let me ask you this too, though. Although we only heard something, we didn't see it, we heard it, right? And it's still kind of like, here we go again with these companies that pick and choose. Because weren't there other people who lost their jobs, who lost their sponsorships for making alleged mistakes such as this? But Shannon Sharpe faces no consequences. Actually, in fact, he's benefiting from it. He's capitalizing off of the so-called embarrassment of it all. I'm so tired of the world that we live in, where people are out here making money off of lies, fakery, fuckery, and fraudulence. I'm sick of it. Y'all really show how dumb y'all really are when y'all play into foolishness like this. And then not only play into it, you buy into it by spending your hard-earned money on merchandise from a person who played you like a fucking fool, who basically is calling y'all stupid. Every time y'all buy shit from people like Shannon Sharpe, in their minds, they look at y'all like a lot of these pastors, girl, these mega church owners do. They look at y'all sheep to the slaughter. Y'all so dumb. Y'all so low in yourselves. Y'all got so much retardation and foolishness seeping through your fucking pores to the point where you'll sit here and give these people your fucking money. Y'all saw that clip of that pastor who was at this church and asked everybody for $20? Robbing y'all dumbass bitches blind. And while they're asking you for $20, they're calling y'all broke. It's only $20. I know you got $20. Y'all ain't that broke up in here. That's how y'all let these people talk to y'all and treat y'all. And then y'all walk up here and give these people your money. Shannon Sharpe doing the same thing. I mean, you know what? At this point in life, it's 2024. We about to really step into 2025, bitch. I don't blame these people for wearing your fucking pockets and bank accounts out, because y'all hoes are dumb. Y'all won't even give a bum a sandwich on the street, but you gonna give these fucking bitches your fucking money? You won't even support local black business, girl. You won't even support your cousin Keisha, girl. Hello, God, who out here is making plates at home, bitch. Hello, God. Y'all won't even support anything, girl. You won't even buy the damn Girl Scout cookies down to the Publix when the season comes. Y'all the same people who won't even drop a quarter in the bucket down to the when Christmas come at Walmart, when they got the Salvation Army greeters, girl. But you're gonna give already wealthy people y'all hard-earned money after they done tricked and lied and deceived your motherfucking ass. Y'all are ridiculous, girl, and y'all should keep getting used. Just like Cardi B told what's that bitch ass nigga name? Peter Guns, girl. Dudes like you deserve to be used. Period. Bitches like y'all deserve to be used. Period. Y'all are stupid. Girl. Anyway, what else? Trump, girl, you know what's crazy is when we went live, when was that? Sunday? Was that Sunday? I think that was Sunday. Girl, right before we went live, tell me why, while we were having that conversation about the presidential debate, honey, and how Kamala Harris, you know, kind of pulled his ass. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Girl, that same day, literally, I think it was like 30 minutes before I went live or while I was live, there was an alleged, and I say alleged, even though they caught the guy, he's been arrested, girl, a secondary assassination attempt down to his golf course. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Girl, look at these people. Obviously, these people need help. Obviously, these people are not black ops. They have no history, girl. They have no military training. These people probably never even went to the gun range. These people obviously touched, easily manipulated. Mind you, the first dude who attempted it, they just not randomly, they just hurried up and quickly cremated his body. I wonder why. This dude, they caught him alive. But the report was crazy because the initial report was a sheriff's deputy that was doing security saw the muzzle of the gun through a bush 500 yards away. Girl, who y'all talking to? And when you look at where Trump was compared to this alleged shooter, he was nowhere in Trump's vicinity. And this is my thing. The way in which we talked about this with the first attempt, and we're going to talk about it again, because it seems like there's a lot of dumb bitches in the building, okay? A lot of dumb bitches in life, period. Do y'all not know the way Secret Service does perimeter checks? Do you not know? We're talking about days in advance, probably weeks in advance. These events, his schedule is already thought about probably months in advance, if not weeks, if not days. It's never random. It's planned and it's thought out to the last fucking minute detail. There has been surveillance done. There have been background checks done. Trust and believe on anyone, any living being, any structure. When he touches down, when you look around, you will see snipers in the air, at the very least within a 5-mile radius of where the president or ex-president dwelleth. The fact that this man was able to get allegedly close to Trump the way that he was, even though he wasn't technically close to him, he was still within the perimeter of where he should have been protected. I'm just saying though, y'all, this is the shit that we see on Scandal. Created disasters, created moments, no matter the loss of life, no matter the detriment to the communities or the people involved, no matter the sacrifice, we're going to do what's needed, required, and desired. All these attempts, Kennedy was shot, he was killed. Lincoln was shot, he was killed. Martin Luther King shot and he was killed. There wasn't no second time or third time. There was one time. Period. Do you really think that I know that Trump incites the unstable, minds that walk this planet. I know that, look at January, look at the January foolishness. Was it January 6th? I forget the day it was. When these people were incited by, you know, his rules or the vibration of his voice, girl, and they were their sleeper cell status was activated, and they ran through the Capitol like unhinged ass fools, right? I know that Trump has that ability, but you don't fail not just once, but twice at taking him out. And then come to find out, you know, they said that the first one, and they're not talking about this anymore, but it was stated by his own doctors that he actually was not shot. They actually, and it was a .22 caliber. But people are also saying that they don't even think it was that. And then to hurry up and cremate this boy's body? Sounds like a conspiracy to me. I'm just saying, though. Anyway, that's all I got to talk about, girl. Stop letting people take y'all for fools, girl. They already think we're fools. That's why they're getting away with a lot. They're getting away with a lot. And let me tell you what this really means, that the implications for the future. Think about it. Our the kids of today already suffer, girl. You could just tell. Somebody, girl, the future is dim and grim. When you look at the lack of intelligence that, girl, I'm not trying to disrespect the kids, girl, but I'm just telling the truth, girl. I'm seeing a lot of retardation, and I'm not talking about like in a droopy kind of way. I'm talking about just the lack of common sense, the lack of educated individuals, the lack of free thinkers in the generation. Everybody with this social condition, group thinking attitude, girl. It's the sign of some really horrible things to come if we don't get our shit together. Okay. Anyway, that's all I got. Be blessed and never stressed. Remember that health is truly wealth. And look out for more videos to come soon. All right. Bye.